Welcome back, everyone. I hope I'm audible to all present in the class. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Warm wishes to all. Now, in today's class, let's develop some projects by keeping all the skills which we have learned today. In order to develop today's one basic project, you should have Java knowledge. You should know Spring Core properly. You should know Spring Data JPA. And you should know Spring Web MVC. So whatever we have seen so far in our classes, if all of you are aware of these concepts, you will not face any issue in today's project. If not, definitely you will face the issues. I would like to develop a single page application. The same page itself, end users will have multiple options. Okay, that's what I have to develop in today's class. That is little bit unique compared to the usual project. Okay, so can we start the journey, dear friends? It will be customer relationship management project, and let's see how you guys gonna react. I would like to go to the browser. I will refresh this. It is a Maven project, Java latest Spring Boot version. I will say com.telesco. Name of the application, I will say here Spring. I'll say Spring CRM web app. Okay, Spring CRM web app is what the project name I have given. Okay, var project Java 17. First of all, I have a plan of connecting to database. So MySQL driver I would like to add. I want auto reloading. DevTools I'll add. I want Web MVC, Spring Web MVC I will add. All of you. I want to use Spring Data JPA. Data JPA I would like to add. Anything else which is needed, guys? MySQL driver to connect to MySQL database, web and data JPA, and now we have DevTools for the auto reloading, right? And the required dependencies are ready. I would like to just generate the project here. I would like to open my IDE. My project is downloaded. I'll extract and I'll just import it. Okay. Let me go and what is your workspace? I think data is your workspace. I would like to go back to my downloads. I have a project. Go back to my drive with the data. I'll say here add, right click, extract out. The project is extracted. And now I'll open the IDE. I would like to import the project. I'll say right click, import existing Maven project. Next, I would like to browse this. I'll say Spring CRM web app. I'll say finish. The project is getting ready. All good so far, everyone. Now we have a project Spring CRM web app is the project name. The first part which I would like to work on is application.properties. If you want something from the web, all of you know by default that you need to have this app. The first properties which you need to add is this, which I would like to add here also. I'll take it from here. I will add it. Name of the application, I will say here CRM app. Part 1 clear to everyone? Yes, no, maybe. Let me close this. Maybe I'll give some pages, view or something. Okay, great. Part 2, I have to add data sources. Since we are connecting to database, data source is needed. I would like to go and take the property from any of the applications which we have developed. I would like to just go to sources of the previous application, and whatever we have here, I would like to just take it. If you use data JPA, we need this. So I would like to just go here and add this data source configuration. I'll say here web configuration, web config, and here I would like to say data source configuration, data source configuration. Anyone has any issues, dear friends? All of you present in the class? No issues. And if you have a plan of using data JPA, this is needed. If you have a plan of using what do you say, CRUD repository, is it required? Not required. That also I hope everyone must know. Yeah. I would like to just remove this part, as I will use the basic CRUD repository for this project. You can use any of your own choice. It should not create any problem. All good. Now I'll go back and create the different packages. I'll say right click, or maybe here itself. I'll go back here. Let me close everything else. Right click. I'll say new, create one package. I'll create the package name as web layer. I'll create one more package with dot model. What type of data I want to work with. You can have a separate VO and BO, and you can use the DTO, but I would like to have one common model for throughout the application. I'll say new and say package. I'll say dot repository layer. All right. And the most important one, the service layer. I would like to say dot service. I'll say okay. I would like to take this. So let me just refresh it once. The first part, I would like to connect with Tomcat. Automatically, it will connect Akash. So that is a Tomcat server is only what we are using here. I would like to go to my model. I'll say right click, new. I'll say class. Name of the data which we will be working on is customer. That's the data I'm working with. Fine now. I'll go back here. At the top, you all know what is the annotation we have to use to call this class as a representative of a table. It is entity. If you want, you can give the table name separately. If not, customer will be the table name. I will say a private int is a type of ID. Private string type of first name. Private string type of last name. Private string type of city, and so on and so forth. And I want this ID to be act like a primary key ID. If you want generated value, I mean, if you want the ID to be auto generated, then generated value, generation type, auto. I would like to go here and say generated value and generated generation, I can generation type. Strategy equals to generation type. I'll say here strategy equals to generation type dot. I'll say auto. So far, whatever code has been written, I have not yet, in the entire project, you will see, I will not even write a single line of code which we have not discussed earlier. You just have to see where, how I have written, which is again, it is also a fundamental part. I would like to just generate my setters and getters. I'll say right click, source. I'll say one with the 0 parameters. So right click source, one with the parameters. Also right click source, one with the toString. All right. And ID, I'm not going to do it right. So auto generated, so it should not be a problem. All right. Our basic structure is ready. Anyone has any issues so far? Can we proceed further? Yes, no. I would like to now go back to my repository layer, right click. I'll say create one interface. Interface name, I'll give it as I customer repository, and any one you can use. Since I have a plan of using simple CRUD operations, so I would like to go with the CRUD repository. Also okay. All right. And what is the type of data I'm working with? I'm working with the customer type of data. And what is the ID, guys? Okay. I would like to just go here. What is the type of ID? Integer is the type of ID. Usually, whenever you open any of the applications of predefined codes, you'll see that long being used as the ID. Why long? Because integer has a specific limit. After certain limit, can integer hold the value? No. Long can hold even high values, higher values. So by keeping in mind that we might have so many users, they go with the long. But I'm pretty sure whatever users I'll have for my application, it is less than the range of integer. And you have understood in Java that every data type can hold a specific number of range, right? So that's the reason. Nothing apart from that. So my anything else is required in the DAO layer, guys. In the anything else is required here in the repository layer, model class. All good so far. I would like to now go to my service. I'll say right click. I will say here create one interface. Name of the interface, I'll say I customer service. Next week RESTful services is what being started. Those are very important classes, and tomorrow there is no class. Tomorrow, Friday, there is no class. Okay. So I would like to just go back here. And here, what all operations I have a plan to do, I would like to write that here. I will say public, maybe I'll say list of customers, I'll say here get customer information. Okay. I would like to get everything from the customer. I have written this method. This is the first operation I want to perform. The second operation, I'll say here public, return type could be anything, maybe void, based on the application need. Register customer. I would like to accept customer type of data. Guys, the theme of this application is, okay, can I open some other batch and show you what is the end goal we will achieve in this application? If you all are okay. So many batches so that you can have a picture that how it looks like. I'll switch the batch, which batch, so many things. Let me open the last full day batch, which is a most recent one I have done. See, today is the implementation of whatever we have learned so far, nothing new. Okay. Going forward, I will tell you how to implement loggings, what we have, the option of how to write the unit test cases, how to achieve global exception handling, how to write the documents, how to use everything we will discuss. Hmm. So many things I've done there. Yeah, I would like to open this. For you also, much more than this will be done, guys, because it's a weekday batch. I have a lot of plans for your batch. Okay. I'll go back here, run as Spring Boot application. Let me just check the endpoints. The application is deployed. The application is deployed with the port number 8080 CRM is the context path. 8080 CRM is the context path. And what is the first endpoint? Endpoint first number one is CX list. Okay, let's go to the browser. I'll say 8080, right? Yeah. Let me go back here. I'll say 8080 slash CRM slash customer list. Yeah, we are getting this option. Guys, are you getting this? Everyone? Okay. I would like to just go back here. Maybe I have added more data because I have done something there. Okay, forget about this. If I have to delete this data, it is deleting. Okay, again, there is an issue in this application based on the data which I'm receiving. Some default problem has been added here. Okay. Okay, there is some problem in this app, but the theme is something similar, guys. Directly, if someone reaches to the first endpoint of the application, they'll get actual data of your entire database. Then directly here only you'll have an option to add a new customer. If you click, then you can register, and every data will be attached with the update link and delete link. So you'll not have a multiple pages. It is single page. All the operations are happening. So you have to link this entire row with this update link and delete link. If you delete here, automatically this record only should be deleted. You need not to enter separately. If I have to delete, it should not ask, please enter the ID for which you want to delete. Nothing as such. If you delete this, if you click delete, only this record will be deleted. So entire one row will be attached to this link. Update also, if you click, you need not to enter that for whom you are updating. It is default that you are updating for this particular record only. Is that fine, everyone? Yes. I would like to go back here and let me switch. I'll say switch to the data part. Okay. That's about this, but the basic operations are going to remain same. Okay, these are the two fundamental operations first I would like to perform. So I would like to go back to my application, Spring CRM web app, and I would like to go back here and now create the class. I'll say right click, new, create one class. I'll say here customer service, and I would like to add which interface it has to go through. Customer service interface. I'll say okay, finish. So far so good. Very easy application so far. Nothing extra I have done here. I'll say service is the proper annotation here. Let me go back here, import this service. I have imported. I'll go back. I will do the auto wiring. I'll say private customer repo, because I have a plan of using the methods which is there in the repository layer. I have to auto wire. You have to go with the setter injection. That is the recommended one. However, if you want, you can go with the field also. For now, I would like to go with the field. Auto wire. Done. All right. Now let's write the basic code. Anyone has any issues in writing the code by using the repository layer in the entire class? Anyone? No, right? I would like to just go back here. Repository dot. I will say find all. Find all. The return type of CRUD repository is iterable. If you want list as the return type of these methods, which predefined interface you have to use? If you want list as the, is it JPA or CRUD? JPA. But right now, since I'm using CRUD, all the return types are iterable, but no problem. I have written here as list. So iterable to list, which concept of Java? It is casting. I'll just cast it. Why I'm casting and why this new syntax? Anyone has any issues, dear friends? All good? Because the return type of this method is iterable and I have given list. Up to down, it is downcasting. I would like to go back here now for the registration purpose. I will say here repository dot. I'll say save. And I will save the customer. And I know it will give you on customer object. You can verify it is saved or not. All this history geography is fine, but directly I would like to just say save. Nothing apart from this. If you want, you can write what not. As you are a developer, you decide whenever you store the data after getting the data from the database as customer, what to do with the data, how you want to give a response to the client. It's your choice. But I would like to keep it simple. I would like to just save the data. All good so far? Any issues to anyone, dear friends? No issues, right? Now I would like to go back to the web layer. I'll say right click. Of course, all the layers are now ready. I'll go back to the web layer, right click, new. I'll give one class, name of the class. I'll give it as customer controller class. Customer controller. I would like to say here finish. And we may have to use controller right now. The real part comes into picture when I use REST controller in place of controller. Okay, you will see REST controller being used here. What is REST controller? Next week onwards, we will see to it. Okay, how the actual applications have to be built. I'll say private. I'll say I customer service because I have to invoke the methods of this particular layer. So I will do the auto wiring here. Okay, you have to go with the setter injection. I'm breaking the rule and going with the, there are two parts of the, application. One is making things happen. Second thing is writing the better code, writing well organized, well optimized code. The first part of the application is to make sure things are working. The second part of the application to optimize the code, to reduce the number of lines and to write a better code. But usually those who are experienced, they'll go first itself with a better code based on the experience. That can also be done. Okay. So now I would like to just go back here and we have to write the, I'll say private. First we have to write the, what do you say? Controller methods now. And I would like to say here public string type of get all customer data. Get all customer data is a method name. And which HTTP method I have to bind this, guys? Which annotation I have to use here? It should be binded to which request? It is get request. So it is get mapping. Okay. The endpoint which I would like to give here is CX info is the endpoint. I would like to just add it. CX info is the info. I will say a return and one JSP page name. JSP page name I'll give it as customer data or customer data, whatever you want, or customer information. Okay, fine. Now I would like to go back here, take this reference variable. I'll go here, I'd say service dot, I'll say get customer information, whatever customer information it will give me. I would like to add this within list. Okay, customer list is the data I'll give here as CX list. All right. And I would like to just create one local variable of it because I'm not printing on the console right now. Whatever data I'm receiving from the database, it's not about printing. I have to show to the customer. Now model or map you can use here. I would like to go with the model. Model I have used. Let me import. And now I will say here model dot add the attribute, the key, whatever key you want you can give. I'll give the key as customers and the value this customer list. I would like to add this value customer list. Returning the logical view name. Okay. Just in case I'm fetching or not for the debugging purpose, what I'm going to do is for the purpose of debugging on my console itself, also I would like to print system.out.println. I will say here cxlist dot for each, and I will say here c system.out.println c. Of course, directly you can do it. I would like to just remove this. This is about this. Okay, done. I'll just see. This is for the debugging, guys, just to print if I'm really getting before sending it to the client. Nothing apart from this. So, any issue so far with whatever code we have written in your screen, the entire application? Entire application, any issues, guys? No issues. Very simple one. Very simple. Yes, no, maybe. I would like to just save this. And right now, let me open MySQL database. I'll refresh this. And I have not yet run this application. No. I would like to run this application so that a new table by the name customer gets created. I would like to go back here, right click, run as Java application. I would like to run as the Java application. If I have to run this, I'll say okay. I have not added any JSP pages yet. We will see it. Okay. I would like to stop this application. Go back to the database. I want some predefined values. That's the reason. I would like to refresh it. So we do have a customer data. See guys, right now nothing is there. Right now no data we have. Can we add some data here by ourselves? I will say here insert into. What is the name of the table? Customer. Directly let's add the values. And what is the value? ID number 1. City is Bengaluru. What is this? First name, my friend's name, who is my school friend for 14 years. And I would like to give the last name. I would like to just save this. I would like to keep it here, of course. And I would like to just, because I'm manually adding no summa, that's the reason. It is not coming from the application. Let's go with Hyderabad. Sure, Chavan. Next data is that. Okay, there is a problem here. Could you please guess what is the problem? Uh-huh. Maybe the order is different. I'll say ID, comma, what is we have here? Mhm. City, comma, first name, comma, last name. Guys, is the query correct, right? Everyone? I would like to just go back here and run this part. Oops. Duplicate entry 1 for the key value. Okay, duplicate entry 2 for the key values. Why? Do we have any record already by default? We don't have any record, right? Is it because auto sequence maybe I have already added there. Let me just see that. Okay, I would like to just go back and run this. ID doesn't have a default value. Uh, ID doesn't have a default value. What is the issue here? At the time of creation of the schema, let's add the data by ourselves in from the application. Okay. Let's add the data from the application end. Let's see, we are developers. Can we write a application to add the data? Let's do that part, okay? Every one of you. I'll go back here. I will write one method here, public. Let's not manually add. That's the final goal. But I thought let's have some predefined values. Some issues are there. I wonder. I'll say here, what is that? Register new customer, and the return type must be after registering automatically, my dear friends. I will say a register, and please see every one of you present the class. I will say here return. I will say here CX list. I don't want to have a separate CX list or CX info. See here customer info. And before that, I will just say here, please see everyone. I will say here redirect colon. What do you mean by that? If you ask me, if someone invokes this method, automatically at the end, it will recall from scratch. This endpoint will be called and the entire data will be displayed. Okay. Add the schema name before, but I have never use database. No. Okay, I will explain. Now, please see here, guys. It's not yet over. Don't panic. I'll explain. The way you'll be like, oh my God, something I have missed, something great, nothing great there. You will understand. I will explain. Now, please see here, guys, everyone. I will say here, register customer. Okay. Before that, I will go and create one endpoint which will generate one form. I'll say here, public, string type of get the form, so that you can enter something there. Get the form, and this is binded to get mapping. I'll say here get mapping, and within this I would like to add whatever is this. I'll say maybe show form. Whatever endpoint you want, I would like to just go here and say show form, and now I will say return show form. This is the endpoint. I mean, this is the JSP page I want to go to if someone is entering this. So within this endpoint, I mean, within this JSP page, I will add one link. The link will redirect to this, and this will be a new JSP page. Okay. How things work, you will understand the entire control flow. So you need not to worry on this. Fine, every one of you? Yep. I would like to go back here. Now, please see very carefully. I will say here, first of all, model or map, anything is fine. Whichever you feel like. Model, map, you decide what you want. I'll go with model. Very simple. I've added the model here. Point number one, guys, everyone. Number two, I would like to accept customer type of data. Whenever you want to achieve one-way binding, do you need to add a model attribute, guys? If it is one way, are we required to use model attribute? I want to achieve two-way. Whenever you want to achieve two-way, what is that you have to use here? Model attribute. And here I would like to just say maybe whatever is the reference, I'll say here customer. Two-way binding I'm just enabling. Okay. Now I would like to use here service dot. I will say register the customer. I will pass the customer data, and after passing the data, I'm just redirecting it. I would like to save this. Fine. Now, kindly understand the control flow, dear friends. For the first time, if someone reaches to this endpoint of the application, I am displaying all the records of database. Yes or no? I would like to go back here. All the records of database will be inside the same page. I will add one link. one link I will add new customer. Like this one link I will add in the same page. Okay, now if someone clicks this link, then this particular method, control method will be called. Agree? All of you? This particular method will be called. Within this JSP page, I will add the complete one form. I'll create one complete form within this JSP page. Okay, now? Now, there if someone clicks register, no, the form action will be register customer. If someone clicks register, this particular method will be called. Fine. Inside this method, I am going to register. So it will be a new record will be added in the database till line number 38. After adding the new record, I want this endpoint to be triggered once again so that all the records can be displayed. So if someone adds new data, the new data immediately will be displayed. If someone clicks after filling the form register, this method will be called. Data will be stored. And again, I want this to be triggered. So immediately I'm telling, please redirect this and invoke this endpoint once again. So this will be invoked. If this endpoint is invoked once again, then the entire records will be displayed on your records and on your screen as an end user. Now getting, guys, everyone? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, it's like a refresh. Immediately the records will be added. Okay. Guys, if all of you are okay, can I use the predefined HTML CSS page, or you want me to hard code that part? HTML CSS. Can I use and explain you the connections? Because it is HTML CSS. This is same. Because our part is backend part. Any issues in the backend part so far, guys? Any issues in the backend part which you can see? No, right? So how many JSP pages, guys? Customer info, show form, and yeah, both two right now I have to create. I'll go back to my source, main, web app. I'll create one folder here within the web app. Name of the folder, I'll give it as a view folder. Within the view folder, I will create two JSP pages. JSP page number 1, I'll give it as customer info. Correct? And one more JSP page I'll create. Right click, say new. JSP page name I'll give it as show form. And here is where I need CSS experts help. Whatever CSS is there, I feel it's not good. See, some students only have given to me. I have not written the CSS part. Okay. But if someone can write a better CSS for this or HTML for this, I'll be grateful. Okay. I would like to say maybe, what was the title? Let's give it as, okay, no problem. I would like to use the existing one. And whenever you want any CSS, right, you have to go to the resources. There is something called a static folder. All the CSS files must be kept inside this static folder. Inside this static folder, all the CSS files. I have to do the linking also. Okay. I would like to do one thing. Let me go to my older project. It was full day batch. Double click. Full day batch. CRM. I'll go to the web app. View folder. Right click. Open with VS Code or Notepad. Open with this. Okay. I would like to go back and I would like to add it here. Customer info. Within the customer info, I would like to add it. Let's understand this. Right now, there is no delete, guys. Delete part is not yet there right now. So I would like to remove these two things. I will add it later. Removed. Okay. I would like to also, we have a for each customer, and this update and date part is there. No, this URLs also I would like to remove. Okay. It's not there. Forget about this. All right. Okay. Some CSS styling I have added, guys. Name of the file is style.css. That's the name of the file. I have to create one style.css. So I'll go back to the source resources static page. I'll say right click, new. I'll say one file, normal file. Name of the file, I'll give it as style.css. Style.css. And I have to add some CSS here. So let me go back to my file. Right click, open with VS Code ID. It's open. I'll go back here, take this file. And dear friends, this is the CSS I want you guys to help me with. Okay. Anyone in the class, I'll be great. It's one of the greatest help. Who can take the volunteer? Like, can anyone at least tell me that? Okay, let me open the show form wala file. I would like to go back, right click, open with the VS Code. Open, what happened? Why it's not opening? Yeah. I would like to go back here and add this. Now let's understand this part, guys. First of all, I would like to go back to my customer info. Please see, guys. I'm creating one link also here at the top. One link. See here, simple link I had created. Then I had just given some design to this link. That's it. Both of them are same. If not, you can go with simple link. What is the where it is leading to? CRM/show form. It is leading to show form. Okay, show form. That's the endpoint I have created. I guess it is the show form endpoint I have created. From here, I'm directing to the show form. So it will go to the show form. In the show form, you will get this Spring tag library I'm using. And you can see it will register. And you can see what is the form action. Form action is register customer. So I'll go back to my controller. We have a registered customer. The data will come here. And from here again, it is going to CX info, which will go back to this. Not CX info, customer info, I guess. So I have to give the full name. Oh, I mean, this is the endpoint. Yeah, this is not JSP page. It's the endpoint. That's correct. CX info. And of course, I will say here one thing, model type of model. And I'll say here model dot add attribute. I'm not going to use. If you want, you can just pass it like this. I'll say customer, and I will pass a new empty customer object. I'll say new customer. I know I'm not passing any data. If you want, you can pass like this also. That is what I'm just want to say. There is, even if you don't write this, it will not have any impact. Okay. I would like to just go and save this. Fine. Now I would like to just go to my application. I'll say right click, run as Java application or Spring Boot application. Backend part, any issues have you faced, dear friends? Like anything which I have written extra out of the bounds, which you could not able to understand? 8484 CRM application is the CRM app. My bad again. I have did small mistake, I guess. It is CRM app. Okay, see, such mistakes. Okay. I would like to again redeploy the application. I'll say right click, run as Java Spring Boot application. 8484 CRM app, and the endpoint is 6 info. I'll go back here. I'll say here, I would like to go here and say 8484 slash CRM app slash CX info. Is it correct? I would like to go back and say this CRM app 8484. Customer info is the endpoint. That's the correct endpoint. And one part, did I add the one more mistake is there, which for which I have to stop. Jasper, did we add it, guys? Did we add Jasper? I guess no, we have not added. I'll go back to my customer info. What else have used? Spring tag library, JSTL. Did I add this dependency JSTL? No. Which application did we use this, guys? If you could help me to recall. I think course. I'll go back to the course pom.xml. Okay. First of all, I have to add this embedded Jasper. I'll go back and add in my applications pom.xml. I would like to go and add some dependency. Dependency number 1. And what else? I'll go back. I'll say pom.xml. JSTL, which application we have used, guys? If you could help me to recall. We have used JSTL. Have we not used JSTL, guys? Yes, no, maybe. I guess books. Books. We have used it. Directly, it's very easy to say. No, it's just no. One word. Okay. Anyway, I'll go back and add here. I would like to save this. Let me close other all applications. I'll go back to my pom.xml. I'll say right click, Maven, update the project. I would like to say update. The project is updated successfully. Now I would like to rerun this application. I'll say right click, run as Java. Now I would like to go to the browser. The application is deployed. Now I would like to just go back here and hit this endpoint. We are getting this, everyone. Right now there is no data here, guys. Right now there is no data. I'll click on register customer. I'll click on register customer. A new customer data is coming. See, a very bad CSS, but nothing can be done. I'll say Aditya. Customer's last name. Aditya, what's your last name? Okay. And tell me your city, your last name. I'll go with by default, maybe a random name. And since Chavan was asking, please go with Hyderabad. Let's go with Hyderabad always. I'll see here register. Guys, are you getting this data immediately? Yes, no, maybe. Everyone present in the class. I would like to again add this one more data. Customer's name. Maybe I'll say Chavan. I would like to go back to the last name of the customer. Anything. Okay. I will say C. And city, Dubai. I'll say register. Are you getting this data, guys? Again, I will add Suresh. And I would like to ask here. And I'll assume that you are from Maharashtra, Pune. I will say here, add it. Everyone, are you all getting it? Yes, no, maybe. Immediately. If someone reaches to the application for the first time, what are they getting? This is the data they'll get. They'll have an option. And now to every row, I have to attach the update link and delete link. That means if I click update, it will not ask for whom you have to update. Why? Because I will bind that update link with this particular record only. So if you click update, it is updating this record only, not any other record. So you need not to enter which record you want to update or delete. If I click here delete, it will delete this record only, not some other. Fine now? All of you? See, we are able to get this from the database also. It is working fine. Very, very fine. Quickly, can we go for the other two operations and see what we can do here? If all may permit me. What are the other two operations which we can perform here? Update and the delete. Guys, whenever we use a predefined methods, no. For update and saving, both of them we have one common method. You need not to use multiple methods for the same. It's same for both. I would like to go back here and say public. I will say here customer type of same I can use there also. I'll say here fetch. I need this one part. Okay. For a delete, we know what to write. We will do here. The end goal here is, as you all know, I have to attach this particular row with this update link and delete link. Yes. Now for that, I may have to retrieve the data from the table based on the ID. Based on the why? Because I am going to take this data and I will check with this data, is there any no, you need not to pass it. You need not to pass it. I will just link with this. So what I'm going to do here is I'll go back to my code. Please see here. I'll open my controller. Where is my controller? Yes, there is a controller here. Correct? And don't you think, guys, with this, I'm also passing, I'm linking this. That means with our front end also entire customer information is available. All the list. Yes, no. Inside this customer list, we have customer data. Inside this customer data, we have everything, right? I'm not printing the ID here, but ID is present here. I'm not printing the ID, but ID is present. See, I'm getting here customers. I'm getting here customers. If I have to go back to my controller, customers I'm passing, that's good. You're passing the customers, good, which has customer list. Inside this customer list, you have only first name, last name, and city, or you have ID also. You have ID also, correct? See here, I'm printing the ID on your console. If I print this, are you getting the ID in your console, guys? That ID I'm not displaying here. I'm not displaying it, but it is there. Now I will collect that ID from this JSP page and pass it to my update controller and delete controller. So before it proceed for the delete, it will check whether the data is there or not. For that, I may have to write that method. So I would feel like first, let me write this controller part and front end part, and then we'll write the business logic for the same. Okay, now? I'll go back to my controller. I will say here, maybe update customer information. I'll say update the customer information. I'm not passing any data directly to this. I will go back and say get mapping. Why get mapping? You'll understand. I will say here update form, and I'll say update customer, update CX. Please see very carefully, guys. Everyone present in the class. Customer type of data, I'm not going to take it. I will just remove this. Model is fine. In place of this, whenever you want to receive anything in the query parameter or path parameter, what is the annotation we have to use here? If it is path parameter, path variable. If it is a query parameter, annotation names. Path parameter is path variable. Javiria, good. It is request param. I will say here request param, and I would like to just pass here customer ID. Customer ID or whatever ID we will see based on the front end part what we write there. And I'm going to accept here. I will say here maybe CX ID. I'll accept here integer type of ID. All right. I'll say integer type of ID. So who will give me this? I'll go to my website and just show you. I will create one link here. Okay. I'll create one link here. So inside this code, where I'm iterating, no, I will create some link here. From this link, I will fetch the customer ID. And through this link, I will pass to this controller by invoking this endpoint. I will pass to this customer the customer ID. Fine? Yes, no, maybe? All of you? I'll show one thing. I'll just go here and maybe try to show that. So I think some data I had added. What is the file name, guys? Where I have added this form from? Customer application CX file. What is the file name? Yep. Okay. I would like to go back here. Guys, within the same for each loop where entire record is getting printed, within the same loop, I would like to add this. One link I will add. Update the information. Update link. Okay, now I'll go back at the top here itself. What I'm going to do is, please see very carefully. I will say, C is the suffix. I will say colon. Okay, let me just go here again. Please see very carefully, all of you. I will say C. There is something called as URL. Let me see colon. I would like to go with URL. Through the URL, I want to pass some data. That's the meaning of it. Fine. All of you present the class. Within this, please see very carefully. I'll say where equals to. I would like to go back and add this. Whatever link name I'm adding, I would like to give it here. Update link. What is the value? Whatever value you have given there. I would like to go back to my controller. What is the endpoint I have given? Update form is the endpoint. I would like to go back and add it. Endpoint I have added. Please see very carefully, everyone. I would like to go back here. Within this link, what I want to pass, I will say here, C param. Whenever you want to pass the query parameter, no, I have to use this is a JSTL part. Whenever from the JSP page, you have to pass the query parameter, I have to use C param. Okay, now? Yep. Now, please see very carefully. What is the value? This is the name of my collection. I'll go back here. I'll go back to the top. What am I passing here, guys? I'm passing the customers. Correct? That customer is coming here. That customer I'm collecting inside this variable. For each loop. Everyone knows for each loop. Using this customer only, I can invoke all the properties. Yes. Anyone has any ambiguity here? I'll go back here. Customers I'm passing. That customers is coming here. And customer I will store inside this variable. And this variable has all the records of your customer. ID, first name, last name. See here, customer.first name, customer.last name, customer.city. But did I retrieve customer.id? No, right? Yes. I'll go back here and say value equals to. Within this, I'll say dollar. I would like to say customer dot. I would like to go back here, customer dot ID. That means I'm fetching the ID of customer. After fetching the ID of customer, I will pass. Where you will pass? I'll go back to my update. Where am I receiving that, guys? CXID. I will pass here. I would like to take it and I would like to just add it here. I would like to save this. Fine. Yes, no, maybe. All of you. That means through this, am I able to pass it to the endpoint update form? The answer is yes. This is the endpoint update form. Now I will receive that. Inside this ID. I will receive that ID. After receiving the ID, I am not going to register here. I'll go back to my service layer, and I will say here public. Please see very carefully. I want to now fetch it, that data is there or not. I'm just performing the fetching. Whatever ID from the form I have received in my controller, that I will pass it here. And I will check if the data is there or not. I will say public customer type of fetch cx by id is the method name. I'm going to pass integer type of id here. I would like to accept. I'll go back to my service. I would like to just, okay, add this unimplemented method. And now, very simple code I would like to write here. Very, very simple. I'll say here, repository dot find by ID. Of course, it will give you an optional. And from the optional, I would like to say here, maybe ID I will pass. And right now, I need not to check whether it is there or not. Why I need not to check? Can anyone tell me? Inside the optional, customer is there or not, I need not to check. There is no chance of null pointer exception here. And why there is no chance of null pointer exception? Can anyone tell me? Here, the chance of null pointer exception is impossible. Directly, I can say, I'm pretty sure inside this optional container, data is present. I'm pretty sure. Why? How can I be sure? I don't want to check. I don't want to check option is present. Why I don't want to check? Can anyone tell me why? For a very simple reason, guys. Are we not fetching the record ID from the existing record? If the record is there, only then the ID will be fetched and that ID will be passed to the controller. Yes. So here the ID will come into picture only if there is a record, right? So is there anything which you need to confirm whether it is there or not? No. That is the reason I'm not. I'll say dot. I will say fetch customer by ID. I will pass this ID and I will take it here. I will take it here. Customer. I would like to create it. All good? Everyone present in the class? Now I would like to say here model dot. I'll say add the attribute. What attribute you want to add? I will just say here. I will say customer, and I will pass CX. Where you will pass? I will redirect to one more JSP page. Name of the JSP page will be update form. Update form. Okay, now I would like to just go back and create one more JSP page. I'll go back and create one more JSP page. Name of the JSP page will be update form is the JSP page. And here I'll make some small changes. I will not say registration app. I'll say here updation form. Updation form. All right. Let it go to register customer only because save method is used for the update also, for adding the new record also. Correct? If the record is already present, then it will update. If the record is not present, then it will create a new record. So it is same controller. I need not to create one more method. Same thing will work here also. I will say here, maybe update. Update. That's it. Nothing apart from this. I would like to save it. I will say here, update form. Update form. I would like to just save this. Now let me go back and rerun this application. Right click, run as Java application. I have to go back to my browser. If I'm going to the browser, I'll go to this endpoint, particular endpoint, and hit the enter key. I'm getting this record, guys. Now you're getting this link, update information also. I'll click this. For example, I'll click Aditya's information. I'm getting this form, right? And also, are you able to see two-way binding? Already the information of Aditya is showing here, displaying here. And maybe Aditya, tell me your last name. I want to update it because the information was wrong. I'll say here, Vad Revu. And maybe Aditya city is different. Which city you are from? Maybe I have updated wrong. I'll say here, okay, I'll update this. I'll click on update. See, guys. Is it updated immediately? Have you all understood? Everyone who are part of this class? Yes, no, maybe. Now I'll go back to my code. I will stop this. I'll go to the customer info. Similar to update, whatever update I have done now, similar to this, I'll create this once again. For what? If you ask me, it is for the delete. It is for the delete. I'll say delete link. Okay. I will not redirect to this. I'll create here one more endpoint. Whatever endpoint you want, you can give here. I will say here maybe delete data. Okay. Same endpoint I'll pass. And of course, I have to write this once again. I will write here once again. I will say delete the information. I'll say here delete the information. It should be linked with delete link. I would like to go back this variable. I will link it here. And the same ID I'm passing. Right now, guys, earlier in our classes, if you have seen my repository layer or in my service layer, for delete, I used to first check whether data is there or not. If it is there, only then delete. If it is not, I never used to delete it, correct? But right now, do I need to write any logic? Extra logic do I need to write? Because it is already, if data is there, only then I'm fetching the records. I hope I'm able to convey this. I'll go back here and I will write one more. Okay. How to map to different methods, I will show you. Patch mapping, put mapping, delete mapping, everything I will show you. How to actually properly relate the application in our live class, we will see. In the same application, we will have documentation using the Swagger, properly handle exception, global exception handling. Actuators concept I will implement in the same application. Okay. And all the kinds of different mappings I will do it. And we will see to it how properly has to be written on application. But now for based on whatever we have seen, I am keeping that in mind. Okay now? I'll go back here and I will say delete customer. I will say delete customer. I will say the endpoint. What is the endpoint I have already given here? Delete data. I would like to keep this inside this. I'll go back and keep it here. All right. I'm going to fetch it. I don't want to pass any data back. So model is not required right now because I'm not passing any data back. All right. And again, it should be redirected to the same page. So I would like to add this. I want to, after deleting same form, same entire list of customers should be displayed, customer information. So only I would like to go with this. Now, all this is not required. I'm not fetching. I'll go back and write the logic for the delete. I'll go back here. Let it be void only, no problem. If you want, you can write something, but I don't want it to be there. I'll say here void. I'll say delete CX record. And I'm going to accept integer type of ID. Integer type of ID. I would like to save this. Go back to my service layer. I would like to implement. No extra gimmick, no extra logic is required here because whatever ID I'm passing, I'm pretty sure that ID is there. I need not to check whether it is there or not. So I'll say a repository dot delete by ID. And I'm going to pass this ID. It will delete. Finish. I'll go back to my controller and I will just say here service dot delete. And I'll pass this ID which I'm receiving. I would like to save this and I'll say here right click, run as Java application. I'll go back to my browser. Let me see if all the functionalities are working fine or not. First of all, I would like to add new information. I will say register a new customer. I'm getting this form. Okay. I'll say Sai. I'll say G. I'll say Chennai for an instance. Chennai. I would like to say register. See, immediately Sai G is there. And I want to update the information of Sai G. Sai G, your city is from Chennai, is it? Right now, current city. Just to update. You are in Canada. I'll say Toronto. Toronto. Okay. You are in Canada. I would like to say update the information. It is updated immediately. And maybe I want to delete someone's information. I would like to say delete. If I delete this, it is getting deleted. All of you, have you all understood? Now, anyone in the class who can help me with this CSS and the front end part, if you don't mind, you can give me code till Monday, Tuesday. Something better. I know it is too much to ask for. The lip, really, I'll be thankful for you. Okay. I'll take your name in upcoming all the classes that you have done this for me. Okay, someone has given this to me, I have not written this. Done. Guys, any issue in this model class? First of all, any issues in the model class? Any ambiguity which you have not understood this part of the code? In the repository layer part, any ambiguity? In my service layer, any confusion which we have not discussed? How to write the controller methods, any confusion? Very simple application, right? As a backend developer, is there any issue? Front end part, looking at this and all, there might be. I'll go and add one more front end CSS sheet is there, guys, which I have linked, but I have not added. I'll say here, which should be there in the form actually. But right now I have not yet added. That's fine. If you want, I can add this. I'll say right click, new. I'll say one normal file. I will give the file name as add customer style dot css. Finish. I'll have one file here, CSS sheet. Right click, open this. Allow me a minute. Okay, I'll get back here. I will just paste it. I would like to save this. After saving, I'll go back to my browser. I will say here register new data. I'm getting some data. A little bit better. That's it. Okay. When are we going to update how fields are binding? When are you going to update how fields are binding? Can you please? Oh, you want to see the code? Huh? I'll go back. I'll see your customer. See here. Because I already have a customer data coming from the controller method. I have fetched from that customer data which I'm getting from the database. I'm just fetching the ID. That ID I'm passing back to this endpoint. Okay. It is a save method which is used for the update purpose. Not a problem. Guys, developing the application is more than just writing this basic code. You should know how to implement actuators, how to write the documentation using the Swagger, right? How to implement Hatios, how to secure your APIs, how to implement AOP, how to separate the concerns, how to write the exception handling separately from the code. Many things more than this, which you have not yet discussed. This is basic application, which is based on whatever topic we have discussed. Yep. I will share you this entire project right now, guys. And in the Monday's class, I will discuss the same application with the theme leaf as the front end. Theme leaf as the front end. And same class, I'm going to start the journey of RESTful services in the Monday's class itself. Okay. So Monday's class, completion of the remaining part and the new topic, which is RESTful services, which is the most important topic. And the next 2 weeks of classes are the most crucial classes. If 2 weeks of classes, if you are there next 2 weeks, you are done. Then remaining associated concept, whatever is left out, followed by the microservices we will discuss in our live course. Okay. So allow me, if there any board work here, there is no board work, guys. Directly application we have commenced. So allow me 5 minutes of time while I share you this application. Then we can discuss if there is something to be discussed. Okay. I'll go back to the data. I have to today drive very long and already I'm not feeling well. I'll go back and say Spring. Spring CRM web app is not there. Huh? I'll say right click, delete. I'll go back. I'll say, what is the name here? Greetings app, Spring CRM web app. Right click. I'll say compress to zip. It is zipped. I'll go back here. Next week we will have one community session also, guys. One day we will have one community session. And anything, if you need more topics, no. Once we complete the remaining must-have topics, full RESTful services, actuators, HTOs, scopes, Swagger API, AOP, Spring Security, batch processing, how to connect to the Redis server, how to connect to the Kafka server. All this we will finish it up first. These are the primary thing which you must finish. Once this is over, then if there is a need, we can discuss with each other and we can do it. 1 or 2 weeks, if something extra happens in our classes, I don't mind. I've spent from long time spending 1 or 2 weeks extra. I don't mind. Okay, if there is any demand from your end, we can collaborate together and we can do that in our live class. We can discuss that. Okay, I'm open for this. Okay. All right. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Next class is on Monday. Tomorrow there is no class. 3 days of time. Watch servlet videos, Hibernate videos, and please help me, guys, because I have shared the free code for the Udemy. That is the biggest mistake I have done, and that on the public platform I have shared. And some random guys have joined the course and they're trying to give some negative reviews. And when I have checked their history of Udemy courses, those who have given the negative, all of their history is they are from the different background, not from the Java background. And JUnit is something, it is only for the Java background people. Okay, not from the artist and other things. It has created some issues, and I seek your help to get back if you feel. Okay. Sure, Osama. Sure, Javiria. When you need. Usama, if you don't mind, Indian time 5 p.m. on Saturday, if you don't mind. Indian time 5 p.m., where you can share your screen also. Guys, those who want to share the screen and discuss the things with me, mail this to on Saturday, 5 p.m. I will share you the link. Okay. Indian time 5 p.m. Okay, we can talk there separately. All right. I cannot give the number, especially because if I get call in India from Pakistan to my international number, then I might be having an issue. So, see, there are students from Pakistan in this batch and they want to talk to me. And if I give a number, they can call. I have no issues talking to you. But if I get a call from Pakistan, if I discuss for 1 hour, chalo for 5-10 seconds, then police will not doubt that 5-10 seconds is calling maybe wrong number. For some 20-30 minutes, if I have a proper discussions, then Naveen sir has to continue this batch. Correct, right? Uh. But I will discuss. I'll give the time. Okay. I'll give you time. Separate time. We'll have a discussion on the Google Meet. Okay. I don't mind. You're my. I give a lot of time to my learners. See, only time I get irritated from the learners is only time is when my learner says my Udemy course link, guys. In between the class, I'm explaining a beautiful story of my journey from Bangalore to Delhi, and people ask about how was your Kerala journey. In between, all of a sudden, my concern is once I complete the journey of Bangalore to Delhi, you ask me about Chennai, I don't mind speaking about it. Okay. Today I'm traveling, Osama. Today and tomorrow I'll be traveling. So only there is no class. Right now, after this class, I'm actually traveling to my hometown. So that's the reason I'm not taking class. Getting class not found exception for the record this error. For which application? Okay. Class not found means some library it's not being able to utilize. That means that It's not able to find out the library. That's the meaning of it. But what is exactly which application? If you don't mind, you have waited for long. If you want to share the screen, discuss with me for longer time, let's meet on Saturday. 5:30. Okay. First MVC app. All the steps correctly you have done. Should not create any issue. Let's do it together if you don't mind, Akash, in our doubt session on Saturday. Are you from India right now? Timing issue will not be there. Then no issues. One day you adjust. Saturday you can, if you have any plan, 5 to 5:30 anytime. 5:15, 5:20. It's not like 5 o'clock you have to be there. 5:10, 5:15, 5:20. Whenever you feel like you can join. It is in the recording stage, Kalyani, right now. It is in the recording stage. I have recorded some 6 videos. I have to record more, so 2 more weeks. Not needed, guys. Whenever you create a new project in the Eclipse, don't create the model. There is an option to not to have a model. Okay, module. Don't create that module. Say that don't create. You have an option. It will give you a pop-up. Create module. Don't create module. It is Java 9 feature actually, but don't create that module. I don't have recordings of Kubernetes and Docker. The content is ready, guys. But that has been verified by few people. Naveen sir will never launch any batch unless if there are many industry experts gives heads up to this. So discussions are going on with some of the experts that if this can be delivered, and once finalized, we might announce. Yeah, Jenkins and Dockers and Kubernetes, it's required. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Monday, we are starting the journey of RESTful services. Make sure all of you are there on time, and it's going to be interesting journey for the next few weeks of time. Thank you so much for your valuable time. We will meet again Monday, early morning 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Thank you, every one of you.